Hello and welcome to the Insightful Moments Podcast Special Series. Customer success is often measured by activity. How many meetings, how many emails, how many check-ins. And for a long time that was enough because activity felt like engagement and engagement felt like value. But I want to challenge that idea because there's a different question, one that cuts much deeper. Who does your client call when something goes wrong? Not just with your product, but with anything. Because that moment reveals the true nature of your relationship. Let me give you a real example. A client reached out to me recently, and they had a problem. But it wasn't with our platform. It wasn't with our implementation. It wasn't with anything we owned. It was another vendor, completely outside our scope. Now, in most organizations, that's where the line gets drawn. That's where you say, not our issue, not our problem. But that's not what happened. They came to me first. And that moment is what matters. That moment is relational capital. And relational capital is often misunderstood. People think it's about being liked, being responsive, being easy to work with. But that's not it. Relational capital is about trust. Specifically, it's about being trusted enough to be invited into moments. Moments that don't technically belong to you. But that's the difference. Transactional relationships stay within boundaries. Relational relationships break those boundaries. They expand, they deepen, they give you access. And access is everything, because access changes timing. Most customer success teams see problems too late. They see them after escalation, maybe after frustration, after risk is already visible. But when you have relational capital, you see things earlier. You hear things sooner. You understand context better. You're not reacting, you're anticipating. And that's a completely different position to be in. In that moment with the client, they weren't asking me to fix anything. They were asking for perspective. They were asking, what do you think? How should we handle this? That's not support. That's not service. That's strategic partnership. And once you're in that position, everything changes. Your role expands, your influence increases, your value multiplies. Okay, so here's the takeaway. Stop measuring success by how often you engage. Start measuring it by when you get invited in. Because if your clients are calling you first, even when it's not your problem, you've built something powerful. You've built relational capital. And that changes everything. That's all for now. And stay tuned for the next episode of the Insightful Moments Podcast.